Tim,
Doom.
what you been up to, man?
I was working today. Is what I've been doing.
It's normal Thursday, right? Just regular, degular. And then breaking news. Upper
Just
Deck announces DC Comics trading cards.
crazy.
That's why. Um man. So just to be transparent, we've been trying to set up this live since the news broke, and it is like we're you're gonna get our reaction because I just read like two sentences 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
It's this is amazing news. All right,
Read those newsletters. Read those
yeah.
newsletters.
So we're gonna go here and let's open up. This is the Upper Deck blog. Uh, and here we go. Upper Deck Warner Brothers expanded trading card, and we're getting DC cards uh, from Upper Deck. First off, DC Annual, it looks like. Here goes the first images. Uh Again, this is amazing. Like, look, we're collectors, Batman, DC collectors. We've been, Marvel card collectors, obviously, and the community that knows is mostly Marvel cards, but huge day. Uh we're gonna get Batman cards, Superman cards, Wonder Woman, Harley Quinn, off rip. Tim, I know you mentioned the artist on this card is the number one spot, which is an insert set in Marvel Annual.
Yeah, that's Clay Man. He's done a ton of different stuff. He did a Batman Catwoman miniseries for DC Black Label. He's done he's done a bunch. He's done some Marvel work as well. Just a phenomenal artist. I mean, like he has shades of you know, the goat in his artwork, which we'll talk about later.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that in a little bit. That's gonna be fun too.
Yeah,
Look, Upper Deck and DC. I can't. It's exciting. And offer Simone DeMille. This is his artwork from Batman and Robin. I think he posted it on Instagram.
yeah.
It's got to be a cool feeling. One of the first four images announced.
Shout out to Matt DeTilio. I did send him this as soon as I saw it. He
Sweet.
is the artist rep for Simone DeMeo. Great guy. Hit him up if you guys want an original from Simone DeMeo. I'm sure
Man,
people are gonna want sketch cards from Simone DeMeo now.
it's just
So,
and people in the Marvel trading card community definitely familiar with him with Simone Bianchi. He reps too.
yeah,
Uh, then we have Harley Quinn, which I believe this is a Jenny Frison cover, just by the style. Um,
yeah.
s- Sick.
Sick. Yeah, I
Just sick to
yeah.
see these characters finally on cards we've been collecting. And then we have a Teen Titans here. Uh,
Fire. Another one
Crazy.
just
Yeah.
dope. Yeah,
So, all right. And maybe you thought that was it until, what, 10 minutes ago? Here we go. There's a line in here, which I'll
mm,
read.
yeah.
DC superheroes include Batman, Superman, Supergirl, and Wonder Woman. Highly sought after supervillains like Lex Luthor and the Joker. Starting this winter, Upper Deck will bring DC Universe for the first time, beginning with DC Annual, which we just saw, Skybox Metal Universe Batman. uh, and we'll get to these one by one. Fleur Ultra Superman. Okay. DC Unbound. That's going to be awesome. epack exclusive, I'm assuming here. And DC Masterpieces. Like, that's going to be awesome. Let's start, Tim.
Yeah.
Let's start.
Yeah.
Where
Yo.
do you want to start? You choose one of the four, Tim. Where do you want to start?
Um
Or do we want to go in order?
Let's go in order.
Let's go in order. First,
Let's
let's
get
go
annual
annual.
out the way.
Annual. Well,
Um,
let's not.
we
Annual has some nice stuff.
Annual has beautiful stuff. I think the new one of ones from Marvel Annual are beautiful. That
Yeah,
purple
the
crusted or crystallized
foil,
parallel. I like it better than the previous year's one of ones.
the
So
dark purple diamond.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think Upper Deck is doing this thing. There's holograms, right? In Annual. Like
I believe so.
I'm curious to see what the
There
DC
are
version is
yes,
gonna look like
right.
with the DC logos and all the different iterations of DC logos,
Uh,
possibly. Um, and we know what Annual is. Annual is basically a year in comics type of set, right? And
right. The
the
recent year in comics.
images that they use is throughout the last year in the Marvel comics, and I'm going off of Marvel Annual.
Hmm.
And so I think until we are told otherwise, I think the expectation is that, like, I'm expecting a year in DC Comics,
Right.
which could be ridiculous. Like, I mean, we could talk about it now. Creator autos. I mean,
That's part of it. You have suspended animation numbered now, which to me is one of my favorite ones.
yeah.
And there's other inserts. Let's move on to
Well, we before we move on, just real
okay.
fast. Creator
All right.
autos.
Yes.
Everyone knows DC Comics is Jim Lee. Jim Lee is DC Comics. You
Big
want to
news.
talk about people like, I mean, uh, Will just picked up something crazy. I think Fausto showcased a Jim Lee auto
Jim Lee
from the
Wolverine from the
from the
X-Men
X Men.
92. Absolutely. Yep.
I don't know if we've seen Jim Lee autos since then. You and I did a video on the DC's Dark Knights metal. That's already confirmed to have Jim Lee sketches and autos.
Jim Lee sketches and autos. John Romita Jr. I believe is gonna have autos in there too.
Few people,
Yeah,
legends,
and we'll talk
legends.
about that a little bit. I want to talk a little bit about that after these announcements. So next in order, the big one here, Skybox Metal Universe Batman. Now,
Okay.
for those who are unaware, what is Metal Universe brings? Possibly the biggest card in non-sport, right? The PMG and the sports card. Um, and I'm gonna highlight some of these comments after a little bit.
But shout out to y'all. I see VP in the chat. VP
Yeah,
is a
shout out to
friend of
VP.
ours. Yeah.
Uh,
Matthias.
and like, I mean, like we're showing here, Green PMG, Poison Ivy.
Where do we start with this?
Oh man, hold on, hold
Oh,
on, hold on. Jim Lee Batman autos. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Joker, purple PMG. Okay, so what do we expect from possibly expect from Metal Batman?
it's tough. It's tough because they've changed the format so much over
Exactly.
the
Right.
years. X-Men
Mhm.
Metal format was not one-to-one with Spider-Man Metal, which isn't one-to-one with Avengers Metal, which is coming out. Now, if I had to pick the format,
I think Avengers Metal would be
uh,
it,
I mean,
which means we're getting the retro PMG version.
yeah,
Which I mean, if we're going by Avengers Metal, we get the one of one gold, low series and high series PMGs. Uh, and then you have what are the inserts that they're putting on the
uh,
Avengers?
Platinum Portraits, purely
Platinum,
periodic. Is Jambalaya in Avengers Metal?
I believe so.
Jambalayas,
Intimidation Nation, I believe they put that
Intimidation
one.
Nation. Oh,
Jeez.
it's it's. I can't even talk. This is the first metal. This is the first metal set for DC. What
Right.
I will say though is there are metal Batman cards.
Right.
There was a metal set that came out in '96 for the Batman Forever movie. Shout out to Will. He gifted me a few Christmases ago a PSA 10 of that Batman metal
Nice.
card. And within that set, there are gold and black metal cards, chase cards to chase. They're not crazy low numbered. I don't even think they're hard to find, but they're needless to say, they're Batman metal cards.
Right.
There were no PMGs in there. There were no jambalayas in that set. There was no platinum portraits. These are all new. These are like this will be the first time that we get those iconic inserts.
And what artwork they use.
So this is fun for me because
Yeah.
I mean I think you and I could talk about this all day.
Yeah.
I want to see. Obviously, Jim Lee is top of mind if we're talking Batman. Jim Lee's top of mind.
Absolutely.
If we're going based off of the tradition of low series, high series PMGs that have been in the most recent metal sets for Marvel, are we talking about a Bob Kane Batman high series?
I
mean, are we talking about a Neil Adams?
Neil Adams Batman card. It's.
I mean, I could geek out all day. Carmine Infantino, George Perez, Jose Lopez Garcia.
It's
it's endless.
Yeah, and until we see one of those sets get previewed, I mean, we're gonna be thinking about this all the time.
Yeah.
Do we get any Bruce Timm Batmans? What does this mean for Batman animated? Batman animated.
So.
Like, do we finally get it? I mean, there's a new Bruce Timm movie, the Cape Crusader, not movie, but a series on Amazon, Cape Crusader.
August.
New animated
Amazon Prime.
Animated series.
Did we get a set for that?
Bruce Timm autos?
Bruce Timm sketches. Dude.
Oh man. Okay. And all right. Let's go Fleer Ultra Superman. Now
we're done with Batman Metal. That's it.
We can get back to it later because we have to get to Jim Lee, Superman thing. Fleer Ultra Superman, Fleer Ultra inserts are. What are the Fleer Ultra inserts?
Medallions, jambalayas. And this is going. I'm going based off of
recent Marvel sets.
Fleer Ultra Avengers, Fleer Ultra Midnight Suns.
It's.
I think those are the
ones that stand out for sure.
Those are the ones that stand out. I think the insert
medallions, like those are like the PMGs for that set. So.
Yeah, and then the inserts kind of changed between sets too. There were insert specific subsets for Midnight Suns.
Midnight Suns.
I mean, shout out to all the comic cut collectors out there.
Another big one. Comic cuts for DC.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Detective Comics 27. I don't think we're ever gonna get a comic cut of that.
Oh man,
that book is just too expensive. I don't think that's gonna happen. What? Maybe Batman 227.
227. But if it does, I mean,
did we get a cut auto with Jim Lee?
We thought AF-15s were a big deal.
I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't even want to think about. I don't want to get my hopes up.
Yeah, let's not get our hopes up on that one.
The Detective Comics number 27. A page from that book would be astronomical. Astronomically.
Let me get to a couple comments here.
Yeah.
Superman red PMGs.
Color match. The color match is ridiculous with DC characters.
Yeah. Sketches we fire. Right. A lot of the reason why people are excited about the Cryptozoic is because of the Jim Lee auto in the sketch. 100%.
Yeah.
And like Matthias says here, how does that impact the people who were going to pre-order that set or not? Are they just going to hold off now for Upper Deck license cards? Probably. Batman
Yeah,
animated set. Can we get a Batman animated insert like we did for Spider-Man Metal,
I
where you
like
have
that.
the Spider-Man animated insert?
I like that. I'll take that. I'll take
Uh,
that all day.
Bruce Tim masterpieces. Well, look, yeah, let's
All right,
relax with
let's not
that.
jump.
We just, yeah, let's relax with that a little bit. It'll be
Because
awesome.
we're gonna get there.
Red Fear Ultra Medallion. Yep, that'd be amazing.
100%. 100%. But the color match is gonna be crazy for DC character. Green
Right,
Lantern green, a Flash red, Wonder Woman red or blue, um,
Superman same, red or
Superman the
blue.
same, Martian
Joker
Manhunter
purple.
green, Joker purple, even a Joker green,
Right.
Harley red. I mean, uh, the list goes on and on. It's
All right. Let's get to the third one here. Fourth one here. DC Unbound. So to this point, Unbound series has been an epack exclusive week to week, where you get one artist, in the Marvel's case, it's Freddie, in doing uh, a character per week, and chances of getting a numbered card, a canvas card, foil, and then autographs and sketches per pack. So
yeah.
depending who that artist is, and I think just the first set alone is going to be exciting for collectors, even collectors in the Marvel space, which I'm pretty sure a lot of them are DC fans, Batman fans, Superman fans. Um,
I mean, one thing that we don't know in all of this that I kind
mhm.
of want to highlight,
Yeah,
we don't know if there's any character restrictions, right? Just
true.
thinking about the Marvel side of things with Upper Deck, there's a lot of restrictions. A
Yep.
lot of restrictions.
There's
I mean,
certain characters that they have to stay away from because of Marvel. Now that James Gunn has the DCU under
yep,
him, what yeah, do they hold any characters back depending on
yeah,
their movie release schedule? I don't know.
yeah.
We'll find
This
out.
is something to keep in mind. I think, can we assume that it's Fred Ian doing DC Unbound? Do you think that it's a different artist?
Not sure if
Uh,
it's Freddy, and I mean the Poison Ivy is going to be amazing. Harley Quinn, Wonder Woman.
I mean, yeah, they do some of the best women in the game, and then their sketch cards. I mean, you guys see what they
Yeah,
sell for on
yeah,
eBay.
yeah.
It's ridiculous.
They're showpieces. So that's going to be interesting. And if it's not Freddie, and it's going to be interesting to see a new artist for
Yeah,
a set that we know as the Freddie and set. So that's
yeah.
going to be awesome. And then last but not least, DC Masterpieces. Tim, I believe I've known you, yeah, quite some time now.
Yeah.
I believe it's probably your favorite set. You know,
I Yes, I am a masterpiece connoisseur. I love masterpieces. I love everything about it. It's an artist set. It's if you love art, particularly painting,
yep.
um, painted art, with a touch of realism, uh, and some style. Uh,
And that has always been the Marvel like premiere set.
yeah, it's top of the line. It's the top of the line Marvel card set, right? Uh,
Yep.
the
Now,
flawless.
what does this mean with DC Masterpieces? First of all, the big question is going to be who is the artist? People are
I,
going to want to know,
I got some picks.
right? Uh, that's going to be the big question, and some of those specific inserts for masterpieces where you have the canvas. They introduce the canvas one of one golds. If you've watched the card drop, best Marvel one of one cards debate, you're gonna have the Battle Spectrum gems, gold one of ones, the greens out of 10, reds out of 50. It's it's gonna be very interesting to see. We're gonna have battle scene cards. Um,
Batman versus Joker.
The iconic
Superman
fights.
versus Lex Luthor. Do we get a Batman versus Superman? Reenactment of Dark Knight Returns, Frank Miller classic. Like,
All right, Tim, you alluded to it. As a fan
uh-huh.
of DC,
Yeah.
give me your top 3 choices? Again, speculation. We don't know what's going to happen for the
Um,
masterpieces artist.
all right. Can I do an honorable mention?
Yes.
Honorable mention, Alex Ross. I don't think that they're going to be able to get Alex Ross.
Yeah.
But if anyone was to do a painted set, whether it be Marvel or DC, he would always be top of the list for me personally.
Absolutely.
My 3 choices. I think you have to mention Bill Sienkiewicz.
Oh man. No.
What Bill Sienkiewicz has done for just comics as a whole, the imprint he has, particularly with DC Comics, and DC content in general. Like,
Right.
he's done movie posters. I mean, he's
For the
done
latest Batman. Yeah.
for the latest Batman. He's done movie posters for previous Batman. If you look at, I believe, the Batman Forever one-shot comic cover was done by Bill Sienkiewicz. Like, he is up there.
He would be an amazing first
He
artist for the DC set.
Well, that's what I'm trying to keep in mind too, because the Jusko and Masterpiece is so synonymous with one another and so iconic.
Yeah.
That's the bar for this first DC Masterpiece set.
Yes.
So you need an artist. Me personally, my 3 choices are artists that haven't done Marvel and that can be synonymous with DC Masterpiece in the way that Jusko is with Marvel. So
I would agree. Yeah, that
Yeah.
would be cool to have its own legacy.
yes.
I'm not sure if that's going to happen, but
All right, so Bill Sienkiewicz,
okay.
Gabriel Delato
Oh my god.
is in my top 3. I mean, if you go into a comic book store today,
Right.
if you go into a comic book shop, most likely you're gonna see Delato Batman variants.
Yep.
On the rack or on the wall, he crushes it. Absolutely crushes it.
It would be amazing.
And
Your number
my
one
last
choice. Yeah.
my last choice. And they're not ranked. These
Okay.
are 3. I view
No
these
order.
guys equally across the board. And I don't know if anyone's gonna know the last artist that I mentioned. Someone said Masa Ferreira. I think he's exclusive to Marvel right now, so I don't even know if he can do a DC
Right.
set. But beautiful work. Masa
Absolutely.
Ferreira is beautiful. I love Bianchi, but he's done masterpieces again
For Marvel 2018.
For this first one.
Yeah, we want it to be exclusive to DC. As a collector, you would want that feeling.
So to round out my top 3, and not
Yeah.
Lee Bermejo. If you don't know who he is,
Okay.
look him up. Incredible artist. Impeccable artwork. But he would be my 3rd choice. And then if I could add one more, it would be Riccardo Federici.
Oh yeah.
Riccardo Federici. And
Amazing
I'm picking
work.
painters.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking of
Traditionally, it's painters only, right?
We got Jake in the chat. He said they get the lotto. None of us is supporting the OA. He ain't wrong.
Well,
Shout out
the
to
whole OA thing with masterpieces. People are going to be obviously excited to try to get a piece. So
yeah. Those would be my choices: Sienkiewicz, Delato, Lee Bermejo. If you don't know his work, go look it up. Batman Damned. He has a Joker miniseries run that's incredible. Check out his work, and then Riccardo Federici.
Yeah.
uh,
Do yourself
Check
a
his
favor. Follow their Instagram. He's
follow
one
these
of
guys. These
the most.
guys are impeccable artists, particularly on the DC side of things. So those are my choices. Doom,
Yep.
you got to give me three.
No man.
You got to give me three.
Yeah. First off, what Melfi's saying here. Yeah. Is it gonna follow the same standards? Are we gonna get traditional painted pieces? That's yet to be seen. Hope. I would assume so. Um, I would love Sienkiewicz.
Okay.
I would love Dell'Otto. Um, it's tough, man. It's
Yeah.
it's tough. I think your picks, for the most part, those make sense. Federici makes sense. Now, if they were to use a Marvel artist or a artist who's done Marvel masterpieces before, I would personally not be mad if the Simone Bianchi got to do a DC masterpieces set, which he's publicly spoken about wanting to do another masterpieces set. So look at some of his Batman original art. I mean,
Yeah.
it
If
would
you
be
don't
amazing.
know, yeah, if you don't know the card drop, where Bianchi stands over
Huge
here.
Bianchi fans.
Yeah.
Um, look, if there's not a if they're not going by traditional painted pieces and we get a Jim Lee, even like a insert original Jim Lee card artwork for insert, I mean, yeah, people would
Yeah,
freak out.
yeah.
It would be
Again,
amazing.
Jim Lee is DC Comics.
DC East. Now, again, how about in the masterpieces? And this applies to all the sets, but we've seen Jim Lee be announced for the Cryptozoic Dark Knight's Metal sketch card artist.
Yeah,
I'm assuming we're definitely going to see Jim Lee
yeah.
sketches. What about
Oh
Jim
yeah.
Lee masterpieces sketch? I mean,
Listen, man.
amazing.
If he did it
The
for
possibilities
Cryptozoic,
are amazing.
yeah, it's not going to be off the table for Upper Deck. I would imagine.
So, here's my honorable mention: Mike Mignola, who's recently doing painted pieces.
Icon,
I would love Mignola to
icon.
do.
We're talking about the creator of Hellboy.
Yeah, it has
Just
some iconic
iconic.
Batman covers.
Very stylistic though. I don't know if you start
Yes.
with a Mignola,
No.
but
But even if we can get some original art from him in one of these sets,
yeah.
I mean that possibly to me is more exciting than just a masterpiece artist.
I mean, what about Frank Miller?
Again,
I know people are 50-50
amazing.
on his art now,
Yeah,
but
he's a legend.
he's a legend, especially for Batman. So
Here's what I want to do though. Those have been announced, and I want to do a little bit of brainstorming. What other sets, as collectors, would we be excited for DC Comics to do cards with?
I can tell you what set I'm thinking of right now.
Go ahead.
I'm thinking of Platinum, and
Yes,
I'm thinking of Golden Treasures with Batman on it.
the one of ones. Yeah,
Shout out to Jake. I just saw his comment. Sorry, Alex Maleev would be dope as a.
Alex Miller would be awesome.
I would, you know what? I wouldn't mind Alex Maleev Unbound set
Oh yeah.
week to
Yeah.
week.
Well, as a Doctor Doom collector, he's got some amazing Doctor Doom pieces out there. So.
Yeah. So, um,
Right. It would be maybe a one-off, just for a set. Um, the anime DC anime set. They're just announced where they're doing releasing the new Suicide Squad anime, I believe.
yeah, you got the what is it? The Batman Samurai anime too.
Yep, that happened.
There's
I believe that's 2019 or so. But that would make a lot of sense.
Wood.
Simone Di Maio as an artist for that. His artwork lends to it too.
Yeah.
Um,
I can see
Woman
these
of DC,
guys
Adam. Yep,
these
hundred
guys that
percent.
are limited in the amount of work that they could produce. You can have them on a platinum set.
Yep.
You can have them on a flare. What about DC Flare?
Yeah, which is Marvel Flare being the latest release at this time. Yeah, DC
Um,
Gems. That would be awesome. DC Exquisite. We haven't talked about DCU cards. And shout out to Shane. If you guys are going to be at Heroes Con, he's on his way over there setting up. I'm sure he's going to be freaking out. Michael Keaton autograph card, DC.
I mean, I'll take a George Clooney autograph. You know?
It's Premier DC. Absolutely, Jake. And the sketch cards.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, we get to see the sketch card artists that we know in the Marvel space now be able to tackle DC.
Which I would love to see. Like, shout out
Yeah,
to all the sketch card artists out there, and that I've admired over the years. I'm fortunate to be one of them now. If you guys didn't know, I
yeah,
have recently submitted for my first Upper Deck set, and have signed on for
awesome.
uh, quite a few sets. So I'm excited about it. But yeah, we want to see what Fred Ian does with these new set of characters. We want to
Yeah,
see. Um, I mean, if Simone does another premiere set and he does a DC premiere set, I mean,
Palumbo,
I want to see Palumbo do these DC characters justice.
and
Miles Wool.
Miles Wool.
I
Yeah,
mean,
um,
um, I'm trying to think of who
we
else.
haven't talked about Jusco. What if Jusco does DC?
What if Jusco does DC? Do we want to have that conversation now?
Yeah, we can have it another time. But I look. There's plenty of Jusco fans. Again, uh, the premier masterpiece artist started in '92, brought it back in 2016.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know if
and
we should have
there's a
because
lot of
Jusco there's some challenges right now with the release of the Masterpiece XL and the role he may have
oh,
or may
true,
not have played
right,
in the re-release of his 2016
yeah,
set in a new format. And there's obviously some, for lack of a better term, maybe there might be some tension there
yeah.
between
I think he
those parties. So
yeah,
um,
yeah. I forgot about that. That's a good point. Yeah,
yeah, but
but the other part in the you know even recently with the Marvel Flair set,
mhm,
some of the new artists or new talent, maybe they've been around a couple years, but they're getting their shot at doing original art for cards.
yeah,
Um, Ben Brady. We have Brianna Mora. Would love to
yeah.
see what she does.
Ty
Um,
Roma, right?
right. I believe that's his name.
Fantastic job.
Yeah.
Beautiful Invisible Woman on Flair, by the
And
way.
if I'm butchering the name, I apologize, but Kyle Cacao.
Yeah. Uh,
Uh,
Joel Holtzman, he did the Thanos and Flair
oh yeah, sick piece too. Yeah.
sick piece.
EM Gist.
Ian Gist,
Oh man, you want to talk about the tone matching the IP?
yeah,
That's gonna be
incredible,
amazing. Yeah,
incredible artist. Good luck to him and his Eisner nomination.
absolutely.
Some stiff competition he's up against, but he deserves to be in that company
Yeah.
for sure.
I mean, that's look. We can go on here for hours talking about this, um, and we will be dropping more content about it. Absolutely, because we're gonna be nerding out about the stuff.
Yeah.
So the first announcement I saw. Well,
Hmm.
why are you doing this to me?
He's killing us.
Why are you bringing McHaley back?
I mean,
I
we can
miss
get
him as a sketch artist.
Premiere. Premiere.
If he returns, Look, I don't want to make this all about
Liddy Lee Harley
sketch.
Quinn. I mean,
Oh,
yo, shout out to all the sketch artists.
yes.
I got a special place in my heart. Dre, Liddy Lee, Andre Toma, our boy Juno Sanchez is one of my
Oh, Juno
personal
Sanchez.
favorites.
Yes,
Um,
absolutely.
you know, just all the artists participating. Mental Contu, Rihanna Owens, um,
Yes.
all the artists, just incredible, incredible.
A lot of talent, and ha- personally, as a collector, happy to see those artists express, do something new, and be included into DC, because I'm
Yeah,
sure it gets a little repetitive over time. So that's gonna be awesome.
it's exciting.
Let's go to the first item that we saw the breaking news for, and it was the Upper Deck DC Preview trading card pack on epack. So in order for their announcement, they did a celebration of digital packs.
Yeah,
Uh,
they Jim Lee. It's
the
it's
Jim Lee
his
Superman.
it's his
Now
Action
here,
Comics
Action
1000
Comics
variant cover.
1000.
Um,
And of course, with epack, there's always extra cards in the mix. There's a blue at a 125 and a red at a 150. I may or may have not bought a couple packs before we started streaming, just to check it out. And I may or may not have some packs to open live, just to have fun. Uh, I believe these are all digital, though. They don't seem to be physical cards. Um, so this is the news that we first saw. Uh, it's up on Upper Deck ePack, $4.99 a pack. Let's open some here.
all right.
Let's see what they look like.
I know there's while you open the packs, I know there's
Mhm.
something to be said about recycling art. I would not be mad if they reuse this for a Superman PMG.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm never not gonna love a Jim Lee piece. All right, so that's what the base
See,
digital pack looks like. The card.
wow.
It's so cool to see these logos. I mean, it's gonna take a while to get used to, but
I
that's pretty
mean,
awesome.
man, we were talking about Neil Adams earlier. That's
Oh
that's Neil
man,
Adams Superman on the
a
lower
high
right hand side.
series like Superman,
Yeah.
and then you can envision the blue PMG here. Uh,
I
It's gonna be awesome, man. All right, let's see if we can get one of
think it's
those.
Bill Finger was the creator of Superman, if
Mm,
I'm not mistaken.
so no, and one last try. Uh, oh,
Let's
let's
go.
go.
Let's go. I think that's the rarest one too.
Is it?
I think it's 1 in 50 packs for the red,
Oh,
1 in
sweet. The
25
red,
packs,
Upper Deck red. Let's see. The red
right?
is one out of no, the yeah, 1 out of 50.
One out of yeah.
Unfortunately, that means I'm gonna have to go open some more packs to get the blue one done. But I'll
Yeah,
do that in my own time. Uh, awesome.
yeah. Congrats,
A
man.
nice little teaser. Um, and it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be exciting to see what happens. Thanks to everyone in the chat who was had time to stop by. We really appreciate it. We're gonna make sure we post this on the Card Drop account. Follow Card Drop YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, and we're gonna be making more content over DC.
Yeah,
Uh,
and
yeah,
shout out to the collectors that have been representing DC over the years too.
yeah,
I know there's a couple of accounts on Instagram. I think there's the one account in particular that has a ton of DC sketch cards. We've looked at
yes,
it. Doom,
yes,
Graded Gamer on IG.
yeah.
She's another one that
Which
I can't. What?
shared the post about possibly doing a DC podcast, not a non-sport. So all the DC, like we could get more content out there. Just as a fan, I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to it. Yeah,
but
that's awesome.
even the history of DC cards, because I'm not all the way familiar with it. I know that
Same.
I'm familiar with a couple of Rittenhouse
I'm
sets
I'm familiar
and
with
some '90s sets, but I mean,
I'm familiar
Love
with a
toy.
little bit, you know,
Oh yeah.
a little bit of Batman animated. It just happens to be here next to my desk. No biggie, you know.
Yeah. Harley
Just
Quinn rookie card, light stuff.
s- stuff that I like to honestly, I just like to open it every now and
Yeah.
then when some of the products is it's a little pricey. So uh I had tons of fun. Thanks, Tim, for joining us.
Of course, man.
Shout out to Shane, shout out to Will. You couldn't be here, but thank you for all your support.
If you're
All
in
the
Charlotte,
viewers. Yep,
if
you're
you're
in
if you're
Charlotte.
in Charlotte, Heroes Con this weekend, our boy Shane is gonna be down there with a couple more friends of ours.
Yep.
Just killing it at that convention. Stop by the table, say what's up to him.
And
Um,
they're gonna have signing Dando Santos, which is 2022 Marvel Masterpieces artist,
Artist
and I believe Miles Wool, right?
Miles will as well.
Awesome.
So stop by the table, show him some love.
Yeah.
He has a ton of cards for sale too. So check him out. See if you like
Yep.
something. Pick it up.
All right, y'all. We'll keep you updated on DC stuff. It's an exciting time for us. So thanks. Peace.
What's up, guys?